So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal.
Outside. 53.
Garindo running between the tackles. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The 49ers take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Isaac Garindo with the touchdown. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they got him for roughing the kicker. They're going to put that penalty yardage on the spot of the ensuing kickoff. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
First and 10, Saints find themselves with some good field position starting out.
Here we go. Hut.
Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. Small gain there, maybe 3 if he's lucky to begin this drive.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Rattler to the air now. 49ers close it in, and down he goes. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board, and the first drive as a defense, and now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably. Then
and the 49ers rush gets home, and they drop him. And they're going to be forced to regroup a bit ahead of 2nd down.
couple sacks on the opening drive. You better get to fix-it mode in a hurry. And I'm talking about on the sidelines. I'm talking as a quarterback. You've got to solve this pass rush, because we know one thing about guys in this league defensively. When they get a couple sacks, they can smell it, and they're going to raise the intensity to another level.
And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Red, yellow, back.
On 3rd down, here's Rattler. Ooh, put some heat on that one, Brock, but it falls incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Don't want to punt from here, but too far for a field goal as well. They're going for it here.
Ready.
4th down, pass coming. Taken in by Vele, right side. And the early aggressiveness is answered. They went for it on their opening series, and the defense stops them. That's a turnover on downs.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
First down, Purdy to throw. Look at that power, deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to have 1st and goal when we begin our 2nd quarter. That'll do it for 1 quarter of this NFC divisional round matchup. 7-0 is our score. Back to Levi's Stadium right after this. Time to get the second quarter going. The 49ers sent up inside the red zone.
Outside. Stop.
They'll run here. It's McCaffrey. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Guessing everybody in the huddle on the sidelines sure want a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot and can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal.
Get set. Get set. Start.
Here's McCaffrey again. And this time the defense rallies to him. He's stopped for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Big moments here in this divisional round game, Bronk, as they line up for 3rd and goal.
Outside. 22. 21.
3rd and goal, McCaffrey. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. Pickup of a couple, and after 3 straight stops, they're up against 4th and goal. Eddie Pinheiro out to try to put up 3 here for the Niners. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Pinheiro's kick is good. And that one was beautifully struck. It goes right down the middle.
2 drives and both of them ending in points. You don't even mind you only got a field goal there, Kate. They got to be ecstatic, exactly the way they wanted to start this one.
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Okay, well that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up.
Ready.
Here's Swift to start the drive. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, you worried about have short memories. You tell me this too. Defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
Here we go. Back. Cut.
Going to run again with Swift. Oh, and put him in the spin cycle. And he's going to take this down there to 31 before he gets taken down. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the 1st half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
Only a yard from that time, so now 3rd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. That's caught for the 1st. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. They pick up 14 yards on that one, and that's good for a Saints 1st down.
60 red. 60 red.
So 2 minutes still to play in this 1st half, partner. More football from Levi Stadium in just a moment.
Ready.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
Set.
They send a tight end in motion.
Set. Go.
They are on the counter with Swift. Makes a tackle. He's still going. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays, the ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Breaking the huddle. Here's first and goal. Kamara has the New Orleans touchdown. The Saints make it a one-score game before halftime. Alvin Kamara, the touchdown.
Kicker on for the point after.
That's up and through for the point after. And the Saints cut it to a field goal game. Ball is set up and it's away. Just a three-point game now. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The 49ers find themselves in a great starting spot here. First and 10 coming up. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. A gain of 15 there. And that gives the 49ers the first.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Pretty throwing here on first. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down. Well, he's been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yeah.
And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
On target to his back. Here's, oh, baby, he gets rocked, and the ball is out. And the Saints have the recovery.
Okay, this is one of those circumstances where you got to play all the way through the whistle, right? Didn't look good defensively. Give up a big chunk passing play, but then you turn around and one hit totally changes the moment. You get the ball back and you turn the mojo in this building around.
Ken Black, cut.
Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. Short pickup to their own 31. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith.
Brings up second and 9 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come to the line here, second and 9.
Here we go. Ready.
Shotgun snap to Rattler. Gets everything he has under this one. Full extension, and he brings it in. We have a timeout here. Second one taken by New Orleans. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
That is so much more the exception than the rule when you're targeting double or triple coverage. You may be fortunate to complete a fair number of those throws, but gains like that, those are rare, and that's big time.
Completed over the middle. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints take the lead just before halftime.
New Orleans
They'll try this extra point.
for the extra point.
Right down the middle. It's good. And the Saints take a 4-point lead.
14, 49ers 10.
Reed now to kick this one away. Fielded just shy of the end zone. And he gave it his best to get to the 25, just a step or two short of it. He's out along the 24-yard line. This drive starts with barely any time left. 13 seconds in the half. First down throw by Purdy. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. They've got first down here from the 36.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Watch out! Yellow.
He's back to throw. Escapes the pocket. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Oh, he loses it on the return. They could get this back. Oh, the fumble jumps out of bounds. What a break there for the offense. Somebody is going to the NFC Championship game from this one. Let's find out who, as our second half gets underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10. Saints find themselves with some good field position starting out.
Ready?
Second half starts with a run by Swift. And that is exactly what they were after, Brock. A good 8-yard run there on first down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Finds him on the crossing route. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. With Martin making that play.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3.
Ready?
Toss play, Swift. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's what I call a healthy return on investment. You run the toss play, looking for positive yards, looking to move the sticks. I'm looking for that to be called again.
Gain of 5. And the Saints first down.
Kamara now on 1st and 10. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. On the gun, Rattler. Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete, brings up 3rd down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
On the ready.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down.
Set, ready. Black 40. Claws red.
3rd and long for him here. Hauled in by Olave, left side. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
A gain of 10 yards.
An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
A draw now. This is Swift. And a nice choice there to send this outside. It gets about 6 yards on the carry. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Set. Hey.
First and goal, Swift. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints grow the lead coming out of halftime. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Saints drive their lead to 11. Reed now to kick this one away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Bronx. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Great starting spot here for the 49ers. They're headed up 1st and 10.
Yellow. Yellow. Hang around, sir. Yellow. Yellow.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. Completed to his running back. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that means it'll be first down, San Francisco.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Get set. Get set. Run around. Up.
From the gun, McCaffrey. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Outside. 18. Watch out. Up.
From the gun is Purdy. Hits his running back. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out. Give him 8 on that one. And that gives the 49ers the first.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Yellow.
Purdy on first down. We drop this down to McCaffrey underneath. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
We're down to 1 quarter to play in this NFC divisional round matchup. It's 49ers football, and they trail. Their playoffs hanging in the balance. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short.
Yellow. Get set. Get set. Yellow. Yellow. 18. Watch out. Up.
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Has him running the comeback. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. He picks up 15 on the play. And that means it'll be first down, San Francisco.
Outside. 21. 18.
Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. And they make the stop after giving up 6 yards. Good run on first at second down.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3.
Outside. 18. Watch out.
On 3rd and short, McCaffrey. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 4th and 1.
Down in the 4th, offense staying out there for this.
Get set. Get set. 18. Watch out.
They're going to run for it. Garindo. And he is stuffed at the line. They don't get the yard they need, and they're going to catch a breather. They turn it over on downs.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the fourth. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
First down. Here's Swift. They're going the wrong direction. He's going to be sent backwards to their own 3.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Ready?
They went 3 yards the wrong way to start this drive out. Here's 2nd and 13.
Set. Cut.
Staying grounded with Swift. And boy, were they ready to try and stick him there for the safety. As it stands, he's only able to maybe get back to the 2.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
Defense nearing a stop. Need to hold once more here on 3rd down.
Here we go. Set. Yellow. 22. Ready?
From his end zone, 3rd and long. Finds his man over the middle. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Here's someone from a family of punters, Ryan Stonehouse, on to punt on 4th. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. And he gets it away from his end zone. Collects this at the 32. He found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
The 49ers find themselves in a great starting spot here. 1st and 10 coming up.
Yellow. 22. Yellow.
Here's Purdy to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10.
Yellow. Yellow. 22. Watch out. Yellow. Yellow. Yellow.
Working inside the red zone. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. 49ers moving quickly, trying to get their offense to the line.
12-yard line.
Yellow. 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 Yellow.
Purdy throwing here. Nowhere to go with it, so he's just going to throw this one away.
Kate, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Outside. 21. 29. Yellow. Yellow.
Throwing now. Buying some time right. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover, wisely throwing it away. His make there, they had to have that one. And it really does set up a judgment call down on the field. This is where special teams coach and head coach are talking about game management. You've got 3 timeouts left, so you really can write either script you want. Onside kick or send it deep.
And no problem for the Saints. They cover it up. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Needed to try it. We all get it, but didn't work. Still now have those 3 timeouts to fall back on.
They did need to try it, but I think there is a school of thought of, hey, also kick it deep with those 3 timeouts. So now your defense can't give up a yard. Right now, you've really burdened your defense to get a quick stop, and make sure they do not give up any yardage to this opposing offense.
Let's go defense. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
Okay, ready? Switch, yellow. Here we go. Still, check, 45. Ready?
Running behind center with Swift. And he's hauled out of bounds as he takes this down to the 30. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession, or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Design quarterback run here. And they get him for a loss. That's a big one, Brock, and might see them burn a timeout. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
Third down, line to gain 9 yards out.
Here we go. Stop.
They draw it up for him. And they're going to bring him down as he makes it all the way to the 12. A pickup of 17. And that's good for a Saints first down.
Offense there, Kate, went heavy with that 13 personnel. 1 back, 3 tight ends, and those 3 added blockers. Just the element they needed to spring that run.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. So this a win on the road for the Saints. And they pulled off the rare and elusive road win in the postseason, which means their journey stays alive another week as they head to the Conference Championship, where they're going to get a shot to punch their ticket to the Super Bowl. With Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Saints, as we'll see you next time from Santa Clara.
sold my latest song. Japanese denim flying straight from Manor Pond. Rolling out to Durban, mouth a pudding with some prawns. Then I fly out to Miami